Different noise echoed in her ears. Boredom. Pierre tapped his foot rhythmically against the tiled floor. Her 3 line cooks muttered and hissed in Spanish. Even the high school student she'd hired as a dishwasher, usually so eager to please, now made water chimes with the glasses instead of washing them. He actually wasn't half bad, if one didn't mind an ear-splitting version of Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. Ashton refused to turn around to glimpse the looks in their eyes she'd seen far too often lately, the look of defeat. If she turned around, if they caught her gaze, she knew someone would ask to be cut for the night. But if she let even one person leave, especially on a Saturday night, she'd finally be forced to admit the truth she'd kept locked away deep in the pit of her stomach for months. Juan, one of her line chefs, mustered the courage to speak. "Hey, chef, my girl wanted to see this movie, and I was thinking—" Ashton turned on her heel to face him. "The grease traps need to be cleaned, Mr. Alvarez. I think now is an excellent time to do it." His eyes popped as his jaw fell several inches. "But, chef, if you want to change the oil in the deep fryer after that, then keep talking." Juan's mouth snapped shut, but his face spoke volumes, a ticking jaw, pursed lips, and laser beam eyes. He threw a clean white dish towel on the floor and then banged a pan against the stainless steel prep table as he walked away. Ashton turned her gaze on the remaining chefs, meeting their stares head-on. One by one, they all averted their eyes. If only her employees knew how much she hated acting like a hard-ass. But she'd learned early on if a chef didn't maintain control of her kitchen, then the chaos would reflect in the food. Being female in a male-dominated profession made it even harder. She couldn't let her staff get away with any hint of disrespect or let them slack off for a minute. Her reputation and that of her restaurant depended on it. A loud shout from the front of the house caught her attention. "If I wanted to eat a cow while it was still mooing, I wouldn't be paying $30 for you to cook it for me." The August heat wave currently invading Chicago was nothing compared to the boil that rose up the back of Ashton's neck. She stalked to the door and peered into the dining room. Jenna stood by a table of 4 where a thin man with a receding hairline and thick glasses gestured frantically. "I've had a better piece of meat at a fast food restaurant," the man yelled. "Where'd the chef get her degree? Online?" He let out a laugh, the sound somewhere between a cackle and a snort. She'd heard an awful laugh like that before when she told her father she was going to culinary school. As anger shot through her like a bolt of electricity, she shoved the door open so hard it banged against the wall. The few other patrons whipped their heads around, following Ashton as she stormed to the man. As she walked, she yanked the thermometer from her jacket pocket. Ignoring Jenna's furious glare, she stabbed the center of the filet. A triumphant smile curved her lips. 145 degrees. "Since this steak is cooked to a perfect medium, I can only assume you actually want well done." She knew she sounded smug, but didn't really care. It was Jenna's job to sweet-talk the customers. Hers was to serve great food, which she did every time. The man's beady eyes popped from his skull. "That isn't medium, it's rare. Did you even graduate from culinary school?" "Why waste your money on culinary school? You'll just fail." Ashton put a hand against her head as if she could push out her father's hateful words, but they were imprinted in her brain no matter how hard she tried to forget them. Jenna grabbed her arm. "Go back to the kitchen," she whispered hotly. "Please, Ashton, don't make this worse." She jerked away from Jenna's grasp. "I'm very sorry, sir." Her voice rose and became more punctuated with each word. "Let me fix this for you immediately." She picked up the steak with her bare hand and threw it into the fireplace like a major league pitcher. As she flipped the switch to turn on the gas logs, she glanced at the portrait of Nana hanging over the mantel. "Sorry, Nana," she muttered. "I know you don't approve of throwing food in your house, but I think even you would say he deserved it." She looked back at beady-eyed.